Hi, I'm Morgen Schick, and this is Beauty Rehab, and I'm so excited to have you here. Excuse me, I have to cough, but sorry, that's just like the most awkward radio and entree. I am a beauty person. This is a beauty show. This is an hour for us to discuss all things age, women, beauty, everything that kind of navigates how you rock your world, how you feel about yourself, whether you are 18 and are just trying to figure out how you want to look, to 50 and you're like me and you just want to rock your best self, or you are 80 and you're thinking, okay, I feel like I'm $1,000,000 and I don't want to let go yet. I think that this is a great place for us to all figure out how to do it better. My name is Morgen Schick. I was a Ford model for 25 years. I became a makeup artist because makeup from modeling was ruining my skin, and I decided there has to be a better way. And then I became the spokesperson for Laura Mercier Cosmetics when they started. Then I wrote my first book. Then I went on HSN. I developed my very own makeup. I was on there for about 10 years and then had kids. And I personally, and by the grace of, a husband who wanted me to be able to manage my life, I kind of retired from HSN when I had children, and now I am kind of tiptoeing back into doing radio, doing my TV shows, doing all that kind of stuff. And 2015 is when I will be relaunching my brand. But this moment for you, and if you're watching this show on YouTube, I upload these shows on YouTube, but I also have them on the Lifestyle Talk Radio Network. And if you want to talk to me with any beauty questions or any questions just about rocking yourself as a woman, call me at 888-454-3378, 888-454-3378. And again, today's show is going to be many levels. So we're going to talk about holiday beauty. We're going to talk about if you are in your 20s and you want to rock something really spectacular for your holiday beauty, or if you're 50 and you want to do the same and do something special. I also want to talk in another segment about privacy and about what's going on the internet right now, and social media, and who you are on the internet, because I think this was a big year for Instagram and Facebook, and I want to talk about that in the coming segment. I also want to talk about your attitude. So what your attitude's going to be for 2015. I think New Year's resolutions are very hard. I think they're hard to make. I think they're hard to commit to, but I've got a couple that I'm going to work through, and I was hoping I could introduce you guys to a couple of thoughts for your New Year's. Okay, so, and then I want to do in a segment our wrap-up, the wrap-up of the year of Beauty Rehab, my show on Lifestyle Talk Radio Network and now YouTube, and what you can, how you can like disseminate and kind of digest all the things that we talked about this year. So, again, this is Beauty Rehab. I'm Morgen Schick, and call me at 888-454-3378. I will always take your calls. But I also want to get through some of these subjects that we're talking about. If you're on YouTube, if you are watching this on YouTube, I talk through my commercials, and then I also talk about specific beauty brands on YouTube, not necessarily on the radio. I'm not sponsored by anybody. I say what I say, so I do that when I'm on my YouTube channel. Follow me at Morgen Schick and Morgen, MorgenSchick.com. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Twitter. I don't do a lot of Facebook, and I will talk about that when we're talking about the social media part. But let's dive into holiday beauty. Okay, so if you've been listening to my shows for the last year, you know that I am not a huge fan of all-over foundation. Liquid foundation, I think, is what caused my skin to be so destroyed as a model, and that is why I made up my own brand. And I only use concealers, but I call them makeup because concealer is just a thicker form of makeup that's not attached to a water. Only things that are good for your skin should be attached to a water. Now, let me break that down for you. Your moisturizer, your serums, your antioxidants, vitamins and minerals that you're putting on your face, those should all be attached to a water, meaning that your body is going to drink them in, just like you would drink nutritious juice or nutritious, whatever, or your water. That is what your body wants, so that's what you should give your body on your skin as well. So makeup is more like dirt, and so you don't want to attach that to a water because your skin's going to try and eat it off, which is why when you say, oh, my makeup's gone in 2 hours, well, it's gone because your body drank it, and it doesn't like it. So that means that your body's going to either cause a pimple or you're going to get a large pore or whatever. And if you're on YouTube, you can see I have the same makeup on as I always have on. I only have concealers where I need it. I do not wear liquid foundation, and I haven't for decades. Decades. And I will tell you, that is why at 50 years old, I can promise you, if you stop wearing foundation and liquid tinted moisturizer and all that kind of stuff, and I know it's not a popular thing for me to say because I know brands really want you to buy their foundation, I just don't think it's good for your skin. I don't. I will never think it's good for your skin. When I do another product line, it will not include a liquid foundation. I'm doubling down on that because I'm 50 and I can see that I don't have large pores, and I can see that I do not get pimples like I used to when I was wearing liquid foundation. Okay, so with the sparkle makeup, so I don't want you to put foundation all over your face, but with sparkle makeup, if you're in your 20s, go for it. Give yourself an incredibly sparkly lid. There are so many great products from Urban Decay and Tarte and all of these great NARS. Everybody from the highest price point to the lowest has sparkly eyeshadows that you can put all over your lid from root to your, if you want to do it all the way up to your brow bone, it could look really fantastic. But what I want you to be concerned with is I don't want you to do over blush, and I don't want you to do a super bright lip. You can still do a lip, but it just can't be the focus. You either choose your lips or you choose your eyes. If you do both, it's almost like you're canceling both of them out. Does that make sense? If you're doing this spectacular, sparkly, or either black, smoky eye, and you do a red lip, it's kind of like, it's just too much. It's overwhelming for your face. So choose, either you're going to do a sparkly eye, and you can do a black liner around your lid, on your lash line as well. Sparkly lid, and then just a beautiful mouth, but it doesn't have to be this big, bold, red mouth. Or do a muted eye. It can still be dark. It just doesn't have to be so powerful. And you can do that bright red, fantastic Christmassy holiday lip. Okay, just don't choose. The other thing I want to talk about is if you're over 40, let's say, and you've got a lot of crepiness and wrinkly on your eyes, then you can still do sparkle, but you're going to get it. You're going to do a matte lid like I have on right now. If you're on YouTube, right now I have a matte lid, no sparkle. And then you can do a black liner on your lash line, and then right above that liner, you can do a sparkly silver or sparkly gold or sparkly blue, whatever it is, on your just one line that will not make your eye look crepier. If you do sparkles everywhere, then that can make your eye look more wrinkly. But if you just do the one line across your line, top line of your lash, so let's say you do black first and then you do gold. I did this on Instagram, so you can see it. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll be able to see how I have a black line, and in one picture I have a silver sparkly liner on top, and in another one I have a gold lid. Those are really fun things to do for your face for holiday. Remember, makeup is fun. You can wash it off. Have fun with it. It's not even as permanent as, you know, nails or even your hair color that you'd have to change or a haircut that you'd have to wait grow out. Makeup, you wash off that night. So experiment. Have fun with it. It's really cool to be a girl. You get to have fun with your makeup. And you can just wash it off at night if you don't like it. I don't understand why people get so stuck in a rut, because it's really just makeup. So listen, we're going to be back in a minute to talk about all this other stuff today. I really want to talk about privacy, Instagram, social media, and your attitude, and then the wrap-up. But we're going to talk about that. But first, I want to talk about that despite our best intentions, many of us find ourselves scouring stores for presents with only days to go before the holidays. Brian Osuch has some great last-minute gift ideas.
Whether you still have to buy a gift for that special someone or just don't want to show up empty-handed at your holiday parties, lifestyle expert Julie McFrady says you can find amazing presents even at the 11th hour. Shoppers have less time to get everything done.
Hi, YouTube. Okay. During the commercials, I always try and talk about products. So, some of the liners that I love for doing the sparkle, Sephora makes some great, very reasonably priced sparkly liners, as well as Urban Decay, and there are a couple of pharmacy brands. CoverGirl makes a great silver eyeshadow that's super sparkly, and then, which is the gold one I just saw? NYX, NYX. NYX makes a really good one too. Now, if you're thinking about doing all these kind of fun, pretty holiday colors, also you can do Prestige brand. Prestige brand is, you know, super reasonable, but you can get a gorgeous red lip. You can get a lot of great stuff through that, and Prestige is always a great option. And for lipsticks too. Remember, a lot of these brands are all made in the same place. So your favorite brand may be made in the same lab as Prestige or NYX or any of these other discount brands. They're the same products exactly. They just call it private label. Private label is when you go to a lab and you just stick your name on, you know, Classic Red or Ebony Black or whatever, and it's your name or whatever the name of the company is, but it's all made in the same lab. So don't think that you have to buy super expensive makeup. I would, if I were you, I would spend more money on your moisturizers and your serums than you do on your makeup. Now, that being said, if you've had a favorite lipstick that you love, 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 and it's Clinique or it's Estee Lauder, it's an Estee Lauder brand or whatever, NARS, feel free. But what I'm saying to you is that skincare has actual amounts of active ingredients. So, like a company like Peter Thomas Roth that does amazing serums, amazing moisturizers. One of the reasons Peter Thomas Roth products are so popular is because they do a higher amount of active ingredients. And when you have a higher amount of actives, you're getting a more powerful serum. You're getting a better retinol. You're getting even paraffin or what's the other? Petroleum. So there are different grades of petroleum. So you may have a lip balm that has petroleum and it's a cheap petroleum, or you can have a lip balm that has a really good expensive petroleum. They're different. So I want you to keep that in mind, that you don't always have to spend a lot of money on your makeup, especially when you're buying something novelty. Like, I don't like to spend a lot of money on my novelty makeup. And what else? Okay, so the other thing I want to talk about is false eyelashes for holidays. it's really hard to learn how to do your false eyelashes. I suggest that you get individual lashes and just put 4 on the edges. All right, we're going to go back to the radio show. And YouTube people, I will be back for you. Hi, welcome back. This is Morgen Schick and Beauty Rehab. I'm so excited to be talking to you today. Today we were just talking about some holiday tips for your makeup. And I was telling the people on YouTube that are watching this on YouTube that when you're talking about novelty colors, novelty meaning like you want a bright red lip for the holidays, or you want sparkly eyeshadow, or you want to try some false eyelashes, go to your drugstore. You don't have to spend a lot of money. A lot of makeup is made all in the same labs, and they just put different labels on it. So don't feel like you have to spend a lot of money on a lipstick or an eyeshadow, or if you're not going to wear it, if it's not something you're going to wear all the time, and if it's not skincare. I always say spend money on your skincare because the active ingredients aren't so important, but you don't have to spend as much money on your makeup because a lot of it's made in the same company. All right, really quickly before I take a call, I just want to talk to you about social media. This has been a year of Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. I am on Instagram. I am on it professionally. I do a couple personal things in there, but mostly it's professional at Morgen Schick, MorgenSchick. If you are going on Instagram as a popularity contest, I think you are misguided, because it is like when someone likes you or someone follows you and then unfollows you, or if it's the same way on Facebook, you get unfriended. Those are all really bad ways to judge your self-esteem. I don't. When I post something because I love it and I think you'll love it, but I don't care if anyone likes it. It's great if you do, but I didn't post it because I thought you should like it or that means you like me. I think you just like a pretty picture or you learn something from it, and that's all I do. Okay, let me go to the call. Let's go to Jen. Hi, Jen. This is Morgan.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Okay, happy holidays. Thank you for calling. Have you ever listened to my show before?
Yes, I have.
Oh, good. Okay, so you kind of know me already, and you know what I.
I see YouTube.
Oh, great. Thank you. Okay, so what do you think of Instagram and Facebook? Which one do you use, or do you use any of them?
Well, I'm a fan of comics, so I use Twitter a lot. I'm
Oh.
a Twitter person.
Oh, you're a one-liner person.
Yeah, like I look at jokes on Twitter, but I feel the same way. Everyone thinks that the more followers you have, the more popular you are. A lot of people buy followers just to look cool, and it's really not. You want people that follow you to actually be interested in what you're doing.
Exactly. Exactly. And I had a whole conversation with somebody who was saying, well, I have posted things that even my husband told me to take something down once. I have super bad veins on my legs, and my whole brand is about how we have to help each other. Number one, not be so freaked out about how we look, and number two, if you've got a great tip, tell me. So I have these veins injected on my legs because I never wore dresses, and my husband, I did a before and after, and my husband flipped out. He was like, oh, that is so horrible, take that off. And I was like, really? So everyone's gonna stop following you on Instagram. And I was like, well, if that's why you're gonna stop following me because I showed you my veiny legs, then we got a problem.
Exactly, I agree totally. You don't want them following you anyway.
I know. Okay, so being a comedian, I can't even imagine, because that has got to be, do you have that, were you always a funny person? And I'm going to ask you what your question is in a second, but I just have to know, were you always a funny person, or is it something you train?
No, I was always teased. I was a very odd-looking child. I actually grew into myself as I got into my 20s and became prettier. I was very odd-looking, and I was always made fun of because I had a mouth, and so I learned to, instead of get upset, make jokes about everything, make jokes about myself, and just laugh about everything. And that's what my acts are. They're self-deprecating, but I know how to make fun of became funny, just because people used to make fun of the way I looked when I was a kid.
But you know what? I gotta say, I do the same thing. I am very self-deprecating because I think that it makes you and I feel like we're each other. We're one of each, we're the same. When I can say, I might know how to do my makeup, but I've got these great, the ugliest, well, I'm not a comedian, so it's not going to be so funny, but I don't have these great, great legs, no great gams for me. Or that, when God was making me, if you believe all that, when God was making me, he was really happy when he was doing my face and blah blah blah, and then he got to my knees and he thought I was going to be a nightmare, so he went poof and made them really fat and gross. I'll say stuff like that, but I understand your point. But when you're self-deprecating, do you feel like a little bit that at some point you start to believe it, or you don't believe it anymore?
No, I don't believe it.
Okay,
I don't
good.
believe it. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I've had work done. I had my nose done when I was in my 20s, and I needed it. I had broken it a few times. I fixed myself the way I want it to look.
Do you know I say that to people with my kids all the time? They're like, volleyball. My daughter plays volleyball. I'm like, hey, any good ball to the face is an opportunity to maybe get a better nose.
I got a nose job for Christmas. I'm like, thanks, Mom.
I love that. Okay.
No.
I wanted to know what your question was, because I was going to run out of time and I was going to be so mad at myself.
Oh, yeah. My question is actually, so I'm going on 35, and the only problem I've always had, and I want to get it fixed surgically, but I don't know why I'm too scared to do it. I just have bags in my eyes. I always look tired. They're dry, and I've tried everything, everything from kind of eye cream, oils, and I don't know what to do. I get sleep. Some days look better than the others, and sometimes when I even put the makeup on, it's just you can see lines, and it looks just bad. I wanted to know, do you know really good tip?
Yes. So, because I don't want to run out of time, but I want you to, are you using a good serum? Are you using a serum? Okay, because you got to use something really thin underneath your eye, because thick creams don't even penetrate at all. So keep your eye moist from water, from when you wash your face at night, and then use 1 or 2 really light serums and then an eye cream. And do the same thing in the morning. Do not use cleanser to wash your face in the morning. Just rinse your eyes, rinse your face with clear water. And then do another serum, and then do your eye cream. Stripping your skin at night and then stripping it in the morning is a total waste of time and ruins all the moisture that your skin produced overnight for yourself. And then I want you to, because I'm going to lose you in a second, but I want you to Google PRP for eyes, under eyes. It's called PRP under eyes, and if you live in a big city, there are doctors, they call it the vampire facial. Kim Kardashian did it, but it's when they spin your blood and they put it under your eyes to make them thicker. The collagen start regrowing under your eyes. It's expensive, but if you live in a big city, you might want to consider it. All right, listen. Jen, I got to go. But thank you so much, and you keep making everybody laugh. And for everyone, thanks, you too. So for everyone else out there, if you think you've priced yourself out of buying a new car, think again. Now, there's a vehicle designed to cost you less up front and save you money as you drive off the lot. Brian Osuch has more, and we'll be right back. Okay. Hi, YouTube. Just released $100 million in easy access. Oh, that was a great call with Jen. I love when smart, cool women share. I love that she is a comedian. I love that She is, you know, self-deprecating, but also has a lot of great confidence. And I love that she took something that she didn't love when she was little and made it better. Um, I want to talk about social media when we come back on the show. But for you guys on YouTube right now, I do want to talk about plastic surgery. It wasn't on my plan, but I want to talk about it while we're in this break because I don't have anything against plastic surgery. I get Botox right here in my eye behind. This year I got Botox, I think a couple on my forehead, but mostly I do it in my eye where I get a really bad headache. But because this is such a big muscle under my eye, I actually don't squint anymore because I get Botox there. But for me, Botox is wrinkles around your eyes are not a problem. And let me make you understand that. What I would always use Botox for was if you had the 11 line here, and if you scrunch and you look mean. I don't want anyone to ever think you're mean. And if you get that 11 line, it looks kind of witchy. And it looks like you're in a bad mood, even when you're not. So if you can afford it and you don't have any immunity issues, I mean your autoimmune system is fine, then I don't see any reason why you wouldn't do Botox. Botox was used for under a different guise for sweating, for migraines, for neck issues, for decades. Yes. Are you using Botox for are you putting in botulism toxin because of wrinkles? Yes, you are. But I'm kind of like, well, if you're going to drink Diet Coke because you don't want to be fat, or if you're going to take a bunch of drugs because you want to eat junk food and you need to manage your cholesterol, those are all toxins. So I would not be so, the first person to say, oh, you're so bad for using Botox. When you're taking, a cholesterol drug or whatever drug it is that you are taking that is not necessarily good for you for other ways. I mean, if you watch the news or you watch commercials, drugs that help you on this way have a million reasons why they're bad for you on their alternative, the collateral damage. So I'm not a huge fan of people judging other people to begin with. But also, when you're talking about plastic surgery, I broke my nose when I was 13 years old, and even though they said they couldn't give me a nose job because it was still insurance, I have a better nose than I did when I was 13. I think the surgeon just maybe kind of made it a little bit narrower. I don't say, did I go in and say, I want my nose done for my 13th birthday? No. It was already broken. I was smushed all over my face. But I do know I have a slightly different nose than I had. So I don't judge. You want to get your lips done? Do it right. Don't make your lips look so fake that we notice that you hated your lips. Like, I can go in a room and I can see a woman who has super big hair extensions. Oh, you don't think your hair is thick enough or long enough or whatever it is. Or, someone who's overdone their lips or someone who's overdone their cheeks. I know immediately if you are doing that to yourself that what you're insecure about. So my advice is, if you're going to get anything done, do it so we can't see it. Do it so we don't notice. All right, we're going to go back to the radio for segment 3. Hi, welcome back. I'm Morgen Schick, and this is Beauty Rehab, and this is the Lifestyle Talk Radio Network. Please call me at 888-454-3378. That's 888-454-3378. Again, Lifestyle Talk Radio Network. They're very nice to let me, a former Ford model, spokesperson for Laura Mercier. I have written 2 books, and I had my own line of cosmetics on HSN for almost 10 years, Morgen Schick Cosmetics. Follow me on Instagram at Morgen Schick. MorgenSchick. I'm also on Twitter, and I'm on YouTube. You can subscribe to my channel. All of my radio shows I upload, so you can see what I'm talking about. You can just watch it as a TV show if it's more fun, or if you just want to get, the parts that are the commercials. Since I'm a beauty person, I think it's important to kind of show you what I'm talking about. So having the radio and the combination of YouTube has been very cool. All right, so I touched on it a little bit before our caller Jen called, who I'm very grateful that Jen called, because I think it's really great that she's a comedian. I love women getting out there, following their passions. Even if she did say she does the same thing I do, is we're a little self-deprecating, so we can kind of get into you, but then you can be really funny about it as well. If you're not taking, don't take things so seriously. Don't take your nose so seriously, or your aging so seriously. And I think that that's what this show is about a lot. So the last segment, I touched on it just a bit, but I want to talk about it more, and that is about Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I personally think that, and I tell this to my children, anything you say and or do that there is a hitting a send involved or a return key involved, you need to understand that is out for the universe. Okay? We are never going to be as private as you think we should be. Sony Pictures understands that now. There will always be someone smarter, someone who only cares about hacking you. People who write code, people who understand how to write code, understand how to get into your emails. So I joined something called LifeLock. I don't work for them, but I joined a monitoring service called LifeLock. So I know if someone's using my credit card. I will know first. I also have my American Express card and my MasterCard. They call me and they email me, or they tweet or text me constantly if I'm using my own card. So you have to use those things if you are going to live in a new universe that is online, that is cyber, that is Wi-Fi, that is all of that. So when you go on YouTube and Facebook, and if you put pictures on there, and I'm specifically speaking to younger people who think they can take a picture at a party and that it's not going to be available for an employer someday, or if you're dating online and you're giving intimate, details about your life, or sending sexy texts or emails, understand, whatever you hit send or return or whatever it is on Facebook, the world is going to be able to read your stuff. I always think about that. So if I'm trash talking, I better be trash talking to that person's face. I think about that. When I say to you, I don't like foundation, I think tinted moisturizer is bad for your skin, I've said that to the head of Estee Lauder. I've said that to the head of HSN, who wanted me to make foundation. I am not saying anything I would not say to that person's face. And I take full responsibility if I do. So you have to understand. So there's two things that I'm talking about here. When you go on Instagram and you post something, do not care if someone likes you. Do not care if, someone unfollows you. You don't want them if they don't want to be there. I've said that to my daughters. I've said that to my friends. I've lived that. If you don't want to date me, we're not right for each other. If you don't want to be my friend, we're not right for each other. I've always said to my kids, it's like an allergy. You don't always have to be compatible with every person. Chemically, if you believe that you can be attracted to somebody chemically, we had a chemical attraction, then isn't it reasonable to think that you could be chemically unattractive to someone? I tell my children, you might just have an allergy. It's not that I don't love pecans. I love pecans and walnuts. I happen to be allergic to them, so I cannot eat pecans or walnuts. But that doesn't mean there's anything wrong with the pecan or the walnut. So you may not love your, I don't know, anyone in your life. They may just be, you might just be allergic to them. They might be allergic to you. Don't take it personally. There's a lot of people to be friends with in the world. There's a lot of people to date in the world. So if somebody doesn't get along just right with you, don't take it personally. So on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter, if you're posting things because you want to be liked, that's the problem. You should post things that you like. And if someone else likes it, great. And if someone else doesn't like it, that's okay too. I hope that you follow me. If you're into beauty and anti-aging, and I'm 50. I was a Ford model for 25 years. I'm a makeup artist. I got a lot of great tips for you. I would love for you to learn the smoky eye or my 3-minute makeup that's on YouTube. But if you don't, it's okay. I'm still putting it up there. I'm not taking it personally. So I think that for social media, we kind of need to figure out what our motives are. If your motive is you want to be a star, then you got to just be very realistic about that. My motive was never to be a star. My motive has always been that it is more fun for me to share with you, the viewer, the listener, my tricks, than to just know them myself. I know them. I will always look my best for my age. But for me, it's 10 times more fun to teach you how to look your best at any day of any part of your life. How you can find your most beautiful potential. If that means bringing your eyebrows out a little bit more, if that means making sure that your hair color is right for your skin tone, if that means lining your lip a little bit better, my teaching you how to line your lip better, which you can see in old YouTubes or radio shows, I explain it. That is my passion. My passion is not to be super famous. I don't know anyone who's more happy if they're super famous. In fact, I think they're usually not. So I've got this little crew of people that I talk to once a week and that follow me on Instagram and follow me on Twitter. Those people make me really happy because I know I am giving you tricks that somebody else probably gave me or I learned on my own. And I'm sharing. Sharing is so much more fun than being. Being is great, but sharing feeds your soul. Feeds that little space in your heart that just makes you feel like $1 million every day. And that's my goal. So that's why I have Beauty Rehab. That's why I love being on Lifestyle Talk Radio. That's why I love being on YouTube. Is that, from I need glasses now, but I'm going to use these cool Corinne McCormick glasses that don't look like they're readers. Because I just think it's cool. No one has to know your age unless you want to tell them. I tell you that I'm 50 because I want to destigmatize what 50 is. I want you to feel so good that you don't care that you're 50. A lot of people didn't even understand why I was going to have a 50th birthday. And I was like, because I love being 50. I am rocking 50. I want 50 to be beautiful and not be discounted. Because I don't feel that way about you and I don't feel that way about me. I think that we're so obsessed with age and beauty that if I can break down all those barriers and teach you how to be your most beautiful self, then we are going to be, 50 is going to be whatever. It's just going to mean that you're gorgeous and you know a lot and you're compassionate and you've lived a full life. But that's it. So in our next segment, I want to talk about your attitude for the new year. And I want to do a little bit of a wrap-up, okay, for what we did this year, okay? Now, if you think you've been outpriced for buying a new car, think again. Now there's a vehicle designed to cost you less upfront and save you money as you drive off the lot. Brian Osuch has more.
Here, Micah.
I don't hear the commercial.
These days, the average starting price of a new vehicle is $30,000, which carries a monthly payment of up to $500. But Elio Motors, Paul Elio, says their new vehicle will start at only $6,800 and get over 80 miles per gallon. Sound impossible? It's not. People have been asking for a low price vehicle for years. In 2008, I owned an automotive engineering firm, and oil prices were going through the roof, and the American automotive industry was dying.
Okay, sorry, you two people. I am doing these commercials for from for the radio station, and I'm sucking at it. I wish. I don't know. I don't mind doing commercials because I want to stay. I like this channel, and I want to stay on this. So I did it too fast. Yeah. Okay, whatever. It was a little early. It's better to finish a little early than get cut off. Okay, good. Okay, good. Okay, so what we were just talking about within with YouTube and Instagram, I love it because I think it's the quickest way that I can show you what I'm talking about. If I love a beautiful red lip, or if I see a smoky eye, it's really quick for me to be able to show you what I'm talking about. But I never do that because I think I'm kind of doing it for you, but I'm kind of doing it for me. I don't know. I always post things thinking how you, the viewer, are watching them. I want you to understand that, symmetry is really important. So I post stuff about widening your eye, or I want you to line your lip correctly. So I post that. I'm not posting because I'm trying to get a bunch of likes. And it's funny because Jen, who called in, said that a lot of people are now buying likes or buying followers, which makes no sense to me. And what does going viral mean? Does that mean that what you had to say was important, or that, bored people are liking you? It doesn't make sense to me. I want the person that wants me to help them to follow me, and not, I don't get caught up on who's following me and who's not following me. Of course, it's fun to have people like you, but I don't know. I just don't think it's a great. I don't think it's a great precedent. And I know that this happens with my daughters in school, that they, they'll have three. Well, this is actually something I heard. We don't do Instagram. My daughter is not allowed to have students do Instagram. So because they get all obsessed with how many people are following them, and then if a bunch of the same girls in the same kind of group unfollow them, they get their feelings hurt. So I think it's not a great thing to be a tween with an Instagram account, because I just think it's a popularity contest. So if I have my pictures on Instagram, and like I told you before during the show, I did a picture of my veins, and my husband was like, "Are you kidding? Get that off your Instagram account." I took it down, but I still think I should have left it up. I mean, I did it because my husband hated it, and that's totally fine. But I thought that was my brand. My brand is showing you that I want to fix my legs because I want to be able to wear, a tennis dress. I want to be able to wear a bathing suit and feel good about it. But I don't want everybody to think that I rock perfectly throughout my life. It takes work. I have to go to the gym all the time. I have to, watch what I eat. I do green smoothies all day. It takes a village. And I think when women think that it's so easy for someone to look great, then they feel less than. So my putting my vein picture up showed you that I'm just like you. I have varicose veins on my legs, and it drives me crazy. Should it drive me crazy? Probably not, but it does. So I'm going to show it to you so you see that we're the same. Do you know what I mean? So we're going to come back to the radio show. Yay. Here we go. And this is our last segment. Hi. I'm Morgen Schick, and this is Beauty Rehab. I'm so excited you are with me today. This has been a really great show. We're in our last segment, and what I want to talk about in this segment is New Year's resolutions and our wrap-up of the year. Beauty Rehab was something that I started, is it a year? I think it's a year. But now we're doing a YouTube simulcast with the radio show on Lifestyle Talk Radio Network. Again, if you've got any questions, you want to make a comment, 888-454-3378, 888-454-3378. So New Year's resolutions are a total pain in the butt. I'm not sure who invented them because I feel like you make these rules for yourself and then you figure out how to rationalize how you didn't do them. But, so I wanted to come up with 2 New Year's resolutions that I am doing, that I've already been doing, but I'm going to keep doing. And I want to see, and again, I don't work for any of these companies. I am just telling you something that I saw that I thought was really cool. I watched a movie with my husband, a documentary called, oh, I can't believe I just blanked out, but I think it's called Fat, Tired, and Nearly Dead. Sick, Tired, and Nearly Dead. I do know that it is called Reboot.com, Reboot, R-E-B-O-O-T.com, and it's about a gentleman from Australia who was really sick, overweight, on a lot of meds, and he did a 60-day juice fast, not juice, like juicing, but he did smoothies, which is where you put all the food in the blender, so you still have all the roughage and all the fiber, so it's not like sugar, it's like everything. So my husband and I have started doing these green smoothies during the day, and it's really amazing. You can do it and lose weight. I'm not doing it to lose weight because I maintain my weight, but it's really good for you. So if you are feeling like you want to do something good for your system and energy and with micronutrients, I want you to go on to reboot.com and look at what it says about these green smoothies. And again, if you're on a lot of medications, cholesterol and all that kind of stuff, or if you're overweight, you can do it to lose weight, but you can also do it to just get healthier and to feel amazing. It's also very time effective because if you're doing green smoothies, you're not, going out to lunch and all that kind of stuff. Another thing that I do that I'm obsessed with is the Tracy Anderson DVDs. Again, I do not work for Reboot or the green smoothies or whatever, and I do not work for Tracy Anderson. I do Tracy Anderson DVDs. I also belong to one of her, I think she's got like 3 gyms in the country, and I belong to the one in New York City. Her workout is fun, really hard, and really makes you feel sexy. I never thought, and I taught aerobics and I taught spinning when I was younger, I never thought I would be able to feel sexy when I did a workout. And, I think that you should feel sexy for yourself first, and one of the benefits of it is that you feel and look sexy for your partner. But I feel like you have to do workouts, diets, all that kind of stuff for you. I'm not going to pretend like I don't have to watch my weight. I do. But I want to do it for me. And the benefit is that my husband thinks that I'm beautiful. But I'm not doing it so I can just attract him. Men are visual. I believe that. I will fight anyone who says that men are not visual. They are. So if I look beautiful, I know that it makes my husband, even though he loves me for my insides, I know that if he thinks his wife is beautiful and hot, it's a great thing for our marriage. I am not delusional. I am not, I could say that men are superficial all day long. They're not going to change. We have been programmed to procreate. Men do it visually, women do it for security in their heart and all that kind of stuff. But just knowing that doesn't mean it's bad, doesn't mean it's good or bad. It just means that you know the reality of the situation. Anyway, so TracyAnderson.com, you can get DVDs. You can get them on Amazon a lot cheaper. I do know that Tracy Anderson is going to start doing a video streaming service like Netflix, like Hulu, where you will be able to join her studio and do live streaming classes. I think it's genius. I did one yesterday. It was so hard, but to be able to travel or be anywhere and have a Tracy Anderson class. And if you don't agree with Tracy Anderson, and she is super cute and a super nice girl, you may not love her visual, you may not know, whatever. Everyone's got, every time I follow her on Instagram, so I see people say hate stuff all the time. Her workout has changed my body completely. And I'm an instructor. I was a spinning instructor, and my thighs never got smaller. I've done a million different things, and Tracy Anderson workout has worked for me. And then Reboot. So those are two very interesting things that you can do for New Year's resolutions that, again, I am not being paid by them. I just use them, and I love them. And they have helped me rock this year, which was my 50th birthday year. And I want them to help you, no matter whether you're 18 or 80. You should be the most beautiful person you can be every day you look in the mirror. That is what Beauty Rehab is. To rehab your life and understand that beauty is fun. It is not superficial. It is living in today's society that is a visual society. I don't want you to think that all that matters is your beauty. Image is not everything. But it's the first thing anyone sees about you. Your smile, your skin, your body. Take care of it. Use your potential. Okay? I can't wait to have you guys next year. I love being on Lifestyle Talk Radio Network. And I want you to have the greatest holiday. And I want you to have a great new year. And I can't wait to see you next year. Thank you for spending your time with me. This is Morgen Schick, Beauty Rehab, Lifestyle Talk Radio Network, and I will see you in 2015. Thanks, you guys. Okay, YouTubers. Thank you so much. I will probably do a YouTube video right before the new year, but thank you so much for being with me. Jen, thank you so much for calling in. Lifestyle Talk Radio, thank you so much for having me. I'm grateful. Peace out.